I'm Devoshmita from Two Busy Bums. In our channel, we make all the cloth diapering related videos. If you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button and follow us on our social media. In today's video, I just wanted to do a quick review on the Superbottoms Uno 2.0. So let's just go ahead and see how I have been liking them for past 2 months. Here I have the Superbottoms Uno 2.0 cloth diaper. You can check out the unboxing video to see more about how this diaper looks like. You can also check out my video for the Uno, the first Uno or the original Uno. You can find both the unboxing and the review for the regular Uno diaper. And here I have the Uno 2.0, which I am going to review and tell you how I have been liking them for past 2 months. I have used this on both of my boys. One of them is 4 years old, and then my little one, when I started using this, was 19 months old. And here I have little extra booster, which I will take it out because that did not come originally. The first Uno that I had, the regular one, I had it with the regular insert. So this one I have tried the magic insert with the magic booster. So this is how this looks like. And one thing I must say about the magic insert, so this is basically just a pre-fold rather than insert. So that is all. They call it a magic insert, but this is basically a pre-fold. It has more layers in the middle, less layers on the sides. I think this is actually a same layer throughout, and then have this fleece on the middle section. When you tri-fold it and put it on the shell, you get the stay dry on top. And then this is just looks like a wipe, but it has multiple layers. So when you fold it up, comes like a booster. So you put that in there. You can also put that inside, doesn't matter, however you like to put, you just put it. So my boys tend to wet the front more, so I like to keep it more on the front side. If your baby likes to wet more on the back, you can put it more on the back side. So I just put it like this in the front side, and this is the magic insert that I have, and I will just snap it in here to put it on the baby. So one thing that you must know, that the Uno 2.0 is just a shell. It does not have any pocket opening from anywhere, so no opening from anywhere to put your insert inside. Whereas the Uno, the regular Uno, has pocket in the back side where you can also put your insert inside the pocket or lay it on the top and use this outer just like a shell. So that works both as a pocket and a shell, whereas this one works only as a shell, which I am not a big fan of. I personally like the pockets more because that way I can put this inserts inside, and when the baby poops or the diaper gets dirty, nothing goes back on the insert, so everything is gonna be on the top side, which is a lot easier to clean. But also you can use something like a top sheet or basically a fleece liner on top, which makes it a little easier. Superbottoms do sell a lot of top sheets saying that it is easier to clean the poop, which actually is. So in this, after you are using a fleece liner like this, if the baby poops here, most likely it will not go to the insert, it will stay on top. So that way you just wash this, and that is all. I am not a big fan of using the insert on top. That's just me personally, because I am more like a pocket person, or just go with flat with this on top. But otherwise, you know, it's okay. But what I found out when I started using this first, this is very, very, very small on my 4-year-old. I mean, of course he's a 4-year-old, but he weighs only like 14.5 kg when I tried it on him, and he's a very skinny and tall baby. So I will attach the picture where you can see this one looks very small on him. This one looks just like a newborn diaper on him because it hangs very low, although it is fitting on the waist, but it hangs very low on the waist. And this is not enough absorbent for him, so I need to add more booster to it. But this diaper is very, very trim, which do not allow me to add a lot of boosters because it starts to leak because of the leg gap that it creates because of the extra booster. So now coming to my little one, when I put it on my little one, I just could not get my favorite or the best fit with the Uno 2.0, which I got from Uno, like the regular Uno. I mean, it fits fine when I try to put it on. Let's say when I'm putting it on him and I'm putting it on the smallest settings like this, it fits okay on him, but after he starts to move around, I find this one starts to hang in, and then it just don't fit right. I mean, it just don't stay properly. That's what I feel like. And also when I'm like, when you're trying to put this diaper on a little baby, you might not need the booster and you just put it in this way, but what happens is there just this extra fabric sticking up on their waist, which you don't have any place to put, because if you fold the baby's waist, gonna get this snaps, and you cannot fold it in this way because you're already snapping on this one. So this one is that like a problem I found, because this is just the extra fabric that sticks up in there. But another thing, when I am putting them on the top in this way, is just I just had hard time for like fitting either the waist properly or the leg properly, which I did not had any issue with the regular Uno because it has 2 snaps, so I could easily like fit the legs on the different snap and the waist on the different snap. But this one have the snap in this way. I just not a big fan of this. I mean, this diaper is very small, and this diaper I could not get a better fit, but this is definitely a lot easier to use for a lot of people. But even though you might like them initially, eventually you might start having issues with leakage because of not proper leg hole or like the leg seal, or not proper having like the waist seal. And sometimes this diaper is actually very trim, because this is very trim, and when you're putting it on the baby with just like one insert, it is very trim. But when you're trying to put the absorbency that your baby need and like the proper booster to this diaper fits very bulky on the baby because of not having this front snap. That way, like, you know, you could snap it down and this will stay nice and tucked. But what happens is like this will be like this, and let's say you are putting it in this snaps on the baby, and when baby starts to move around, this comes kind of down and this part becomes very bulky on the baby. I mean, at least that's what I have found with the 2.0, whereas I did not had that issue with the regular Uno. Here I have another like no snap or no rise setting diaper from Charlie Banana. So here you can see this diaper also is a diaper without the snaps, and I mean the rise snaps. I feel like after Charlie Banana came up with this kind of diaper, Superbottoms wanted to have something similar so that they still have the market that the Charlie Banana is trying to get. But anyway, visually you can see this diapers looks very different than each other. I mean, the Charlie Banana is visually a lot bigger than the Superbottoms. So if I keep them side by side, just by seeing, you can see that this is bigger than this. So this is a lot small diaper, which will be good for little babies, but once your baby starts to grow, they will grow out of this diaper a lot sooner. Probably a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old, they will outgrow this diaper because it's very small. I mean, not gonna happen to everybody, but a lot of babies will. And this one, the Charlie Bananas have the elastic setting, so you can make this elastic small or big to make this diaper fit a smaller baby or a bigger baby. And then there is no snap in the front, and then you just put, but there is still a waist snap, and then the hip snap help you to make the leg small or big, and the waist snap help adjust the waist. But whereas this do not have separate snaps for leg and the waist, so makes it a little hard to fit on some babies, because not all babies are same, and it's not gonna fit all the babies properly. And also, when I was saying that this diaper hangs very low, you can see how small this diaper is from everywhere. I mean, this diaper is even bigger when it is pulled out, and this is very small. I mean, you can see how small this diaper is. And even these ones are very small, so when I'm putting it on the baby, you can see how big this is versus this one is just like half of it. So there is little difference when you are putting it on the baby than the other brands, because I find this Superbottoms Uno 2.0 to be very small. Also, a lot of you moms always have questions about if you can use the Superbottoms Uno 2.0 with a flat, and the answer is yes, which I have done and it works just fine. So if you want to do a fancy fold and then use it with the Uno, just like put the shell on top like a cover, you can definitely do that. So here I'm just doing a quick origami fold, and then I will put it on the baby in this way, and then you can definitely put this shell on top, because a lot of people likes to have the absorbency around the baby. So when you are doing a fancy fold, you are getting the absorbency around the baby. So you can put this on a baby. You want to put a stay dry liner on top so that the baby is feeling dry, and then you can put this flat on the baby, and then you can put this shell on top just like a waterproof cover, so that way, you know, your baby have absorbency around. And this is pretty trim underneath, because the flats are trimmer than a lot other inserts, so that way you will get a very good fit with so trim shells. You can also do a pat fold, but you want to do a very trim pat fold, because otherwise it will stick from the other sides, because this is very trim shell. So when you are doing a pat fold, you can put more layers on the T-zone. So let's say for a girl, you can put more layer from the middle to back. For a boy, you can put more layers in one side, which will be to their front to middle side, and then you can make a pat fold which is pretty trim, and then you can put it in the shell. So I might want to do a little shorter because the shell is very small. So when you are doing a pat fold like this, it is trim because it is fitting here just properly. When you put it on the baby, it will fit on their leg just fine. And then this have a lot more layers from here to here. That way you don't have to use another booster to give more layer to your insert, because the flats by themselves can give you a lot more layers in the specific side that you need. And then you can use a suede liner or stay dry fleece liner on top to keep the baby dry throughout from every side, and then put this on the baby this way. So you can see it is still very trim with a flat. So the flats are not bulky, the flats are actually more trim than some of the inserts that you can find for the absorbency it provides you. And the question and the answer to some of your question is yes, you can use any shell with flats as an insert. And if you think your inserts are not absorbent enough, which I find with this inserts, these are just organic cotton insert and good for daytime, but for my 22 months old, it lasts me only like an hour, or like one pee it will hold nicely, the second pee it starts to leak. So I can never use this insert at night, but in order to use this shell, I need to use a more absorbent flat inside or a more absorbent insert, which I like to use this bamboo organic cotton flats because they are very absorbent. And the best thing about them is you can find the booster from the flat itself. You don't have to have another booster. For some babies, this absorbency is enough for the entire night. For daytime, it will last about 2.5 hours to 4 hours night, this might be just fine. But in case if the baby needs a little more absorbency, you can add something like a small booster in their pee zone and then put it on them. This will be perfect for them. So this is what I use for my baby at night if I ever have to use this, because this lasts me only during the daytime. I can never put enough booster with this for nighttime, so I rather just switch the insert and use this shell with flats for nighttime. I hope this quick review of the Superbottoms 2.0 was helpful for you guys. If you have used them, please let me know on the comments below how you like the new 2.0 version of the Uno rather than the first version, because I personally like the first one a lot more than this one. That's just me, but let me know how you have been liking the 2.0 if you have used them already. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button and follow us on our social media. Until our next video, love your babies.